things that you are giving are going to a great cause that helps people all over the world. All right, are you guys ready for some X-Men? Let's give it up for LRock. Woo! And with that, I'm gonna throw it over to you.
All right, time will start when I pick mission mode. 3, 2, 1, go.
はい、始まりました。
All right, start us off. Get off with the mushy stuff. Couch roll call, please.
Taco Belmont, Mike Liyama,
Proto Magical Girl,
Blacktastic, Skybills, and Hank McCoy as the Beaver. Shout out to RP Jig Chick for that perler, by the way. Couple of quick mushy things get out of the way. All the props to Fuzzy
このドネーションはすべて国境なき医師団に国境なき医師団に行きます。サイロック味方なんだ。あれ？サイロックって味方だったっけ
？And the game's done quite cute crew in general. Thank you so much for everything. This has been
なかなかのがっつりボディしてますよ。がっちりボディですよ、がっちりボディ。
The stage I consistently start with, which is Psylocke. It's one of the more random heavy levels in the game. It's also a really frustrating one to play through because she has a lot of execution overlaps. This game has a lot of like Street Fighter style inputs that for her overlap the most because you can get one move when you want another. Makes it a bit annoying, but how we play.
まあマーベルコミックスって基本的に
Yes, it has way too big of a hitbox.
こんな感じですからね、みんな体
So
が。
here for our first mini boss, we're gonna have a lot of RNG because he can do things like this. He can move up and down. He can move side to side. He really doesn't like to play fair, but we're gonna see if we can wear him out with the second knife. Finish him off with a flip kick.
強いな。
Very good.
That was good. Very good.
So the general structure of this game, it's, as you can see, it's a beat 'em up.
まあ向こうのね、お昼なんで、ちょうどこういう X メンとか、アメコミネタはやっぱり一番。
And then the last couple stages, you can play as a character of your choice.
メーカーどこだろ
So we get to see a lot of different combat in this game, which is really cool. A lot of them have very similar themes because it is a beat 'em up. There's only so much variety in these kind of games. So you're going to see lots of things like spacing out kills is going to be really important. And of course, here we have the obligatory first stage, really big boss for a SNES Capcom game.
カプコンですね。
And of course, he decided to be a jerk and move to the back of the bus. This is one of the worst things you can do from a
カプコン
random
ですね。
standpoint. He just moves all the way to the back and he just doesn't let you do anything and be a jerk. But he came back and he let us hit him, so that'll wrap that up. We'll be seeing Betsy here a little bit later. For now, we're going to move on to one of the more unusual stages. We already have Gambit, who has a tremendous movement technique with the scissor kick. It's very similar what you see at a Street Fighter.
I call both sides here. Come on. Unfortunately, he does both
Ah,
sides.
there you go.
So I think one really cool thing about this game, not technically from a speedrunning perspective, but from a game design perspective, actually, for each of these stages where you are forced to play as a certain character, they have that little intro sequence, and everyone is different because it shows you the
まあカプコンは
character's
マーベル
ability,
とね、結構契約してそういうゲーム出してますから、
and we're going to be
やっぱり
showcasing
カプコ
all
ン
of
が
these
多い
different
多い
abilities.
かな。
Just roll over gaps with this guy. It's absolutely great.
This part's
この
also
動き、
terrifying because
この動きまさしく
which
ベガだ。
can just cause you to die. There's a giant gaping cliff there, but we got there, thank goodness.
Yeah,
まあ
this game
コナミ
has
が
a
あ
lot
った
of
ありましたね。
weird
そういう時期もありました
so you always
ね。
have to be careful.
Here we have your typical beat 'em up elevator section, which is kind of boring, not much to talk about. So let's go ahead and hand it off for some donations.
All right.
ああ、
This
ネオ
is
ジオもあった
$10 from
な。あ
Beardsy.
ったあった。
Good luck on the run, LRock, and shout out to the 502 crew. And we've got $10 from Nobleboy77. Teleports in. Nobleboy here once again. Good luck on the X-Men run, LRock. We rely on you. Go and save the city. Teleports out.
It's noble. So
Very
a section
noble.
like this may kind of appear like an auto-scroller, but it's very not. You want to be very intentional in what moves you're using and how you're combining enemy kills such that you take out each wave the fastest so that you can progress the game. It's really important that you use the full moveset each character is offering you as you're going through this to get the best kills.
And you want to minimize knockdowns just because there's no way to hit enemies on the ground. So generally, you want your last hit to be the knockdown hit so that they'll die in one knockdown.
一応サイロックは
Absolutely true. This boss is probably
X-Men の扱いになってんだね。
It's essentially a
今ウィキ見たん
contra
だけ
boss
ど
in beat 'em up. we have to use a technique you don't see elsewhere in the stage, which we're going to throw cards upwards to try to take out the cannons. The cannons are completely random. The number of them that fire and which ones fire are, there's no pattern to them, it just happens. Like there we got bad luck, so we'll just take it out. It takes 4 hits apiece. You just kind of have to hope for the best luck and see what happens. And after that, we have to take out the pilot, which will take all of 2 of these.
Shoutouts to
I
the
didn't get
speed
pole
dash.
dance. We got cannonball though, so that's cool. So shouts to the BSB crew for the helicopter ride. Woo! Helicopter ride.
And that is Gambit's last stage, correct?
Yes, we will not be seeing him again, which is very unfortunate. He's a very fun character to play. Here we have Mr. Logan, one of my favorite stages. Everybody say hi to my friend Raul. Say bye to Raul. Here's Eric with a Q. We're not talking to him either. Take out the guy on the ledge with that dragon punch. Swipe through these guys.
まあ X メンシリーズは今もね人気ありますから、やっぱりこの時間なんでしょうね、放送はね。
Precise placement here is kind of important. You can frame perfect it, but it's really hard, so I tend to just kind of go with the flow with it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This boss fight is actually pretty simple. It's fairly predetermined, so you just have to make secure executions in there.
ウーバーに回復しないんですか？自動回復するんでしょう。
Okay, good.
Very good.
Made very quick work of
Super
him.
clean.
One thing to note is that the Dragon Punch style moves in this game actually have invincibility on ascent. So it's actually important to use those invincibility frames during attacks so you get maximize your damage.
Yeah, it does really good damage too. It hits up to 3 times on certain
ね、
enemies.
マーベル VS カ
Dive
プ
right
コ
into
ン
this
ね。
boss fight here.
Capcom
Gigantic
Big
sentinel
Boss
head.
Round 2.
センチネルさん多いね。
The bigger inning.
Pretty much all we're doing here is showcasing this dive.
センチネルさんでっか
Really,
くなった
really
よ。
high damage. It only takes 8 of them. Plus it takes out enemies, which is a nice bonus. We're gonna get one more. And bathrooms on the left.
早い。早い
Quick
ね。
work at that. Zoom on out. Move on to everybody's favorite big blue furball, Mr. Hank McCoy.
お、ビーストです
This is
ね。
the character you're going to be seeing a lot of in this run. He's easily the most overpowered character in the game. It doesn't seem like he would look like it because his move list is probably the shortest in the game, outside of maybe Cyclops, though that's debatable. But the moves he has are extremely insane. Like, for example, this headbutt is really, really good damage, and it has a glitch built into it where if you hit an enemy at close range, it hits twice.
そうなんだ。
And it does
それは
double
もうご
damage.
冥福で
Also,
す
you
ね。
can walk on ceilings, which is
Yes.
pretty useful for some of the platforming. A lot of the elements in the later character choice stages are actually built with platforms that allow you to use beasts while walking ability. So we're going to be taking advantage of him later in the run. But yeah, kills with beasts are just kind of like this, just relentless.
Nice one cycle there.
強いな。
Very
Big Punch has
nice.
an infinite where you can string them together in the air.
And one cycle is actually pretty hard. If you get a bad pattern where he just decides to fly towards the left side of the screen, just can't do anything. Here's where the ceiling clean becomes important. You want to just kind of flow your way through. We're going to be doing a lot of this. Gonna walk forward, bust this door down. Go fight our boss fight here. This fight it feels kind of redundant at times because all you're doing is fighting 3 of these guys, but with one particular combo, you can take them out pretty quickly.
また
There's
セ
the
ンチ
double
ネル
hit,
さん
that's。what I was talking about. You couldn't do that much damage to him with anything else. Do it one
It's
more
easy every time.
Easy literally every time.
Literally every time.
And air
Nice.
guitar.
3
There
for
we
3.
go.
Yo!
Cause explosions. It's the best air guitar.
This may not be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue, but this game definitely is radical. That is for sure.
The raddest.
So here's Cyclops. He's really bad.
100%
He's really
true.
bad.
But he has
awful.
lasers.
Yeah, which have a really slow animation, and his forward attack is so slow and that's why he's not using it, because of very, very short range slide.
There is actually a place I'm going to use it, which is right here. It gets off ledges faster than walking. Oh, that's the only 3 times you're going to see it is right there.
Otherwise, movement tech is going to Disney World. Doesn't it?
もう言いたい放題言っ
Yep.
てるな
I。used to call this stage Cyclops goes to work, because all he does is walk everywhere. But, which I'll showcase here in just a moment after I take care of these hover bikes. Damn, okay. So yeah, I used to just let them stroll, because casual walk to work, a couple blocks away, but now we're just jumping because it actually scrolls the screen faster. I think I missed a shot there. We'll find out. Yeah, I missed one. No big deal. But when he jumps, he just looks so happy. Look at the double fist pump. Broke the bridge. Of course, that man had a family. Everyone will miss him. We're going to jump these guys, which won't be a bother to us. Just going to continually move. Rest of the stage, to be honest, there's really not much else to talk about because Cyclops is just a really boring character. So how about some donations?
Sounds good.
もう
We've
サイ
got
クロプス
$10 from Lexi
退屈なキャラ
Kilgannon.
だから
Shoutouts
も
to my
うド
friends
ネーション読んで
LRock
くれ
and
よっ
Yellow
て
Killer Bee. Wish we could have made it out to see you both. Good luck on the run, LRock. You got this, friend.
Thank you, Lexi.
なんか移動も速く
We've
ない
got
し
$10
特
from
徴がないから
Jarfy.
つまら
Had
ん
to
と言って
donate during LRock's run. Super awesome to see a local friend make it into GDQ. Keep it up, man.
Appreciate it, Jarfy.
This
Shout
is
outs
the
to
most
Louisville.
exciting boss fight in the game,
Yeah, it's
for sure.
Do some leg day workouts. Yeah, it's the fight is kind of monotonous because I mean you just shoot it 6 times, but if you drop a blast, you actually will hit the engine too soon, and it can cause the stage to slow down. So now that we're out of the woodwork of the first 5 stages, we're going to move on to stages where you can essentially pick everybody, and you're always just going with the best option. This is one of the only times you won't see Beast because
結構後に出てるんだねこれ
glides through this stage like crazy. She also can jump these trucks.
サイロックが一番速いんかなやっぱり移動は
We're going to see a couple of those. The other optimal choice for the stage is actually Wolverine because he can climb the side of the trucks. He just has a much more unusual and unorthodox path through the stage. Involves a lot of claw dashes, diving, mostly diving, but I don't know.
でも
I'd rather just do this.
このステージだけサイロックであとはウルヴァリン使うって言ってましたねさっきね
We're going
違
to
った
just
かな
basically do this until the boss. So if there are any more donations to read, now would be a phenomenal time for that.
We do have donations. We've got $20 from Creeping Death. Shout out to my buddy LRock. Proud to see you at a GDQ and good luck on the run.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cole, aka Creeping Death. So this is one of my least favorite boss fights in the game.
Yeah, this guy's great.
It's we have an opening that we really want things to go perfectly right, which so far they're good. We need to get rid of this claw because it does a ton of damage and it's a forever active hitbox. So we got rid of that. The rest of the fight is just avoiding these brood mites, which are going to do that to us. They're random, which sucks because basically what they do is they have random patterns for jumping in, but not.
投げがないんでしょうね
We managed to spawn it almost completely off stage. Ideally, you want them. Thank you. Ideally, you want the Brood Queen completely off the screen, but we got it close enough because we had some bad clips there.
You know, I think it's worth shouting out how good of dental hygiene they have in that brood. Like, did you see those teeth?
Indeed.
Pristine white.
The
So good.
mincers. So here's the first time we're going to see Beast in the rest of the game. Here we have, it's a very short stage. It's mostly just a boss
あ
fight.
あ
with a couple
残り
of
ビーストって言
before.
ってたわごめんね
They're
間
pretty
違えちゃっ
random.
た
You want them to jump, which we got some pretty good luck there. The other thing they can do is they can drop bombs on the ground and just annoy the hell out of you. So here we've got Tusk. Hopefully he won't duck. Good times.
タスク
He can start that fight with a duck that completely dodges your headbutt, but now that we got him on both sides, we have a quick kill opportunity. That's unfortunate. Iframes though, and okay, fine,
Tusk
be like
is
that.
a meanie face.
And constipation
Cannonball.
pose. Party in the lava.
確かにねしゃがみパンチまんまっすね
This is a very serious video game, as you can tell.
So moving on here to the namesake of the game, here we have the Apocalypse stage, which really breaks down into 4 sections. The first one you have here is this
So,
corridor,
主人公は
which looks like a
Beast.
16-bit version of Hardman from Mega Man 3. Just gonna lean forward a lot. May need a small bit of concentration here. Okay, good, we got there.
おお
Very
うまい
nice.
That placement is pretty weird.
Yeah, that section's pretty scary, and right there you can see why Beast is so good for the stage. Besides his offensive capabilities, he just makes such quick work of those platforms that any other character would have to go all the way around on.
Wolverine can actually scale up and go make an up climb towards another section of the level, but it just takes longer. We'll up climb here, move on to Apocalypse. Now there's something I'm going to try here. I've been trying this week. There's a task kill that's very, very hard to land. It requires 1 cycle. Let me see if I can get it.
アボカリプスですね
Oh,
パンチはめかい
Yeah, that almost happened.
Yeah, that
Taste
task
it.
kill is so precise. You have to be on top of those iframes,
Yeah, it's hard.
getting those punches exactly as the timing comes out. Being 2 hits away from it is absolutely phenomenal.
It was good. Getting those
こいつ
last
は
2
こいつは
punches
ひ
is
でえ
the
や
hardest. So we're going to do a quick break from the Beast monotony here and give Logan a chance to shine. This is actually a really hard strat taught to me by Mike Uyama back in 2014. Shout out to Hap Coordinator for teaching me how to play on a one-handed on a
お
controller.
オメガレッドだ
It's very, very pixel perfect strat, so this may require some serious time.
これはひどい
Ah, missed it.
ああ失敗したね今
Ah, I missed it again. Okay, no big deal. I'm acting up. Sorry, guys.
There you go. Very good boss
I did
fight.
too much there.
Bathrooms on the right.
It's so funny how a pixel perfect strat can be so easy. You just don't even have to move. Requires no movement.
ピクセルパーフ
Yeah,
ェ
it's
クト
always
で
neat
ま
when
あ
speed
移
games
動
line up like that, where it's like, oh, you have to be in this exact position.
位置が
It's
ちゃん
like,
とあ
yeah, the game
合っ
spawns
て
you
る
there.
と
Like, yeah, if you do like one slide,
あ
you're
の
right there.
ただ殴ってるだけで
Finding
勝てる
stuff
って
like
い
that
う
in games is cool.
Another
Here's
boss right here, the
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. There's actually a quick kill
Juggernaut
associated with
さん
this,
ですね。
but it has a really tiny frame window. We're still going to go for it, though, because there's no reason not to.
またそれ
Or
か
it's really good manipulation. Got it. Awesome.
Yo, there it is. What a god.
Yeah, he wanted 3 cycles of the jump-in punch, and then he did a slight crouch to make a Juggernaut whiff the grab, and then he was able to continue on the cycle of the jump-in punches.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to land, because if you're outside the frame window, he just uppercuts you out of the air, and you lose like 4 seconds. Now I move on to this stage, which that perfectly showed why I hate it so much. You have this, you have these acolytes that just do nothing but get in your way. Oh, no goodness. That was actually a pretty solid corridor. Generally what they'll do is they'll just get in your way and time out all your hits.
ああエクソダスか
They just act up like crazy. Oh, hey, we got a 1 cycle in Exodus here. Tell him to open up his phone, turn on Pokemon Go, and catch these hands.
Say bye, Exodus.
Bye, Exodus.
Bye, Exodus.
It's a very interesting boss fight because you only have to put him to half health to be able to finish it. So here we're going to have to sling a bit. Here's where things get really scary. You have the option of going either low or high. I always go high just because it's kind of what I'm used to. You can get bad luck either way. That's unfortunate.
ああ落ちちゃった
Yeah, the
Shouldn't be
jumps
too
here
bad,
are
though.
pretty precise as beasts.
Oh, really? Yeah,
And then the
it's very
acolytes are just.
unfortunate. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
ああ成功した
Very unfortunate bit
Boost
there.
there.
So for the boss here, we're hoping for a 1 cycle, which is going to require head stomps. Takes 11 of them, I believe. See what happens. Almost. Okay.
There you
Good
go.
enough. Cannonball.
Very nice.
And now I love Mike Oyama's description of Magneto.
こいつはひでえや。
You know, how he's Magneto.
あマグニート
He's
さん
kind of
チ
a
ー
jerk.
ス
Yep.
Purple
Yeah.
underpants wearing, 6-pack having, invincible. Anyway, so he's got a pretty good range of attacks. He's got this orb, which leaves him open for the most damage, which we're going to get there.
ああバリア
That's
消えた
really
瞬
cool.
間じゃないとダメージ与え
The
ら
other
れないん
annoying
か
thing he does is he gets in his shield and he just dodges around like this, which he's completely invincible the entire time, so you just have to play by his rules. And then here we have what we call construction zone, where you have to dodge these metal shards. Best way being so with head stomp. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, goodness. Okay. And that's really the most damage you can get is jump and punch followed by that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
kind of
no big
at
deal.
the will and mercy of Magneto here to finish the run.
This fight is just complete RNG.
Pretty much.
And time is on final hit, correct?
Yes. That was really weird. I've never done that before, but okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, that lined up weirdly.
Okay. You don't really want to be near the bottom because construction zone acts silly like that. Whoop. I'll take that hit. That's fine. As long as I'm on the platform, it doesn't matter. That's not good.
Yeah. Welcome to Magneto. He's
Yeah, this is where things
ああ
get
ちょっと失敗し
bad.
ました
But he's
ね
pretty low on health, so this won't take too much time, I don't think. There we go. Time.
はい終わりました
1809. GG. That is
GG.
a fantastic
That is
run.
a very good time.
Whew, it was a good one. Slight mistakes aside, but I was really glad a couple things worked out. The Juggernaut fight is not always where it needs to be. So here we have Magneto showing how much he lifts, because look at those biceps. Those early 90s Capcom biceps that only Street Fighter characters have.
彼の上腕二頭筋を見てくれよストリートファイター2のキャラみたいなバカみたいにでかいだろとか言って
Well, this here, for the second time ever at SGDQ, was X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. We actually, myself and about 4 of the runners, put a ton of work into this game over the past 6 months or so. At the start of the year, the world record was like in 1854, I think it was, set by Molotov, who originally ran this at AGDQ 2014. Now, between myself and Stunt Coyote, Noble Boy, EDU2017, and Smelly McTroll, we got this time down to, I mean, we had 3 runners with sub-18s now, which is well over a minute what the best time used to be. So
まあま
the amount of work that's
考
gone
え
into
ちゃい
the
け
game,
ない
the amount of soul and love that's gone into it is just nothing short of extraordinary. And I was very, very happy to be a part of it and happy to be able to showcase it for you all today. Anyway, that's going to be X-Men, and that's going to be it for me. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and thanks so much for tuning in.
All right, give it up one more time for LRock.
まあ
Thank you so
カ
much
プコ
for
ンなん
bringing
で
that run to SGDQ. We're just going to read a couple more donations while we have a second. We've got $100 from Imp Mallet. LRock, I saved my donation for your run so that I could give you a shout out and say that I and the rest of the 502 are proud of you. Keep up the good work, sir. And then we have Mr. Pizak, who gives $20 and just says, LRock! All right, we're going to take a quick ad break here. I'm going to throw it over to one of our sponsors. Okay, and welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick. All of our proceeds are going to Doctors Without Borders, so we're going to take a quick break and watch a video from them.
The idea of this project was to really see how we can make use of 3D printing technologies and virtual reality to help MSF in the design of its hospitals so that people can actually feel or see what they will face when they are in the field beforehand.
So if you can start building training in 3D virtual environment, you will have a greater impact of learning for whoever you're exposed to it. So the whole simulation learning curve, which is the new trend or acknowledged new trend, which evidence that they are more efficient than the classic way of training that we have. So definitely the 3D becomes for most the future.
The innovation is to take some things that is existing, take it to a different angle, is the humanitarian, and use it for our realities. I'm sure that in 20 years' time, everybody will use this type of 3D printing and image in the different situations.
And welcome back. You are watching Summer Games Done Quick. Just a quick reminder, Games Done Quick is now accepting bits
はい、
during
まだ
SGDQ. When you cheer during SGDQ, Games Done Quick will donate 1 cent from each bits cheered to Doctors Without Borders. We are currently at 1,340,295 bits, and there is a bits donation incentive for Majora's Mask blindfolded, for the runner to fight Majora blindfolded, which would be crazy, but we need to get to 5 million bits. Luckily, we still have all the rest of the day today and most of the day tomorrow, as that Majora's Mask run is tomorrow night. So make sure you cheer those bits so that we will get to see that amazing incentive. We've got a $25 donation from Maximus255. I'm proud to see Muffin at SGDQ again this year. He's one of the most dedicated speedrunners that I've seen and is one of the most positive people that I know. Good luck, have fun. Oh, and don't forget to take a bath. We've got $15 from Ark the Overlord. Sorry, B, I'm always going to vote kill the animals. You don't get world records by saving them.
ワイン川下り
I know, Ark. And frames are pretty cute, too. Alright, are you guys ready from Star Wars Jedi Knight?
さあスター・ウォーズ・ジェダイ・ナイトの
I
時
know
間です
I
ね
am. And so I'm going to throw it over to Covert Muffin.